This tutorial will show you how you can use the Explain Everything app. The Explain Everything app supports several UDL principles, such as multiple means of representation and also multiple means of action and expression. So let's have a look at the app. So when you first open up the Explain Everything app, you'll see any of your saved projects, and you'll also see a little plus sign at the top. So we're going to hit the plus sign, and that gives us our templates. So if you consider this kind of like your template colors in PowerPoint, you can still customize these as well. So I'm just going to choose the white. Now here in Explain Everything, we have a few tools. So the tools along the side here, we have sort of a drawing tool. If you press and hold on any of these tools, you get additional options. So same thing here. So now that I've drawn that and I want to erase it, I can choose the eraser and get rid of that. I have a text tool where you can simply tap and type. If I want to get rid of that on there, I do need to hit the X and then tap on the box and then again hit the X. This little tool here will give us some different shapes that we can draw. I'm going to skip the plus sign for now, but we'll do that in just a second. I have a laser pointer, which does what it says it does. So when you're recording a video, you can be highlighting things with the laser pointer. We have the undo button, which is handy. And then these color buttons at the bottom, you can press and hold to get additional options. Likewise, if we look at the bottom toolbar, so we have slide 1 of 1 right now, but you can add multiple slides and record on each slide. I've got my record, rewind, play button back there. And then down in the very bottom other corner, we have our options for saving and sharing our projects. So Explain Everything is great for explaining definitions, procedural explanations. So I'm going to do today one for the water cycle. So I'm going to hit this plus sign. So certainly I could just use the pencil and I could draw clouds, water, anything that I needed for the water cycle. But I can also insert different objects. So say for example, I can insert a existing photo or video. And that's what I'm going to do today. I've got one of the water cycle saved to my camera roll. But I could also add something from the web browser that they've got built in here, or a file that was in my Google Drive. So I'm just going to say existing photo or video. And on my camera roll, I've got one here of the water cycle. From this screen, this allows me to edit the image, so I'm going to make this considerably bigger so that it fills up pretty much all of my slide. And when I'm done with that, I'll just hit done. So now the image is on my slide. I'll just center it how I want it to be. And then I'm going to do any sort of prep work that I need to do before I start recording. So I might put a couple of labels on here. I could use the pencil or the text tool. I'm just going to use the text tool, and I'm going to write, so evaporation. There we go. And then I'll place it kind of where I want to put it. And then again, I'll repeat and I'll put another label over here for condensation. If I want to change the color of that label, I would just tap on the colors on the side. And then again, if I want to do one more label, I'll hit the text tool again, and we'll do precipitation. Okay, and I'll move that to kind of where I want that to be. And again, if I want that a different color, maybe something that'll stand out a bit better. There we go. So right now, I've got 3 labels on there. I'll just make sure I can see them properly. And I'm ready to do my explanation. And so maybe this time while I'm doing my explanation, I'm going to annotate and draw, but I could use that laser pointer if I wanted to instead. So I'm just going to grab a pen tool. What color do I want? Maybe I'm going to use red as well. And I'll grab that pen. Great, perfect. Okay, so when I'm ready to record, I'm just going to press the red record button at the bottom, and it'll pretty much automatically start recording. The water cycle. Heat from the sun causes the water to evaporate. That water gets stored in clouds, which is called condensation. The condensation then eventually turns into precipitation, where it's raining. That water will then run off back into a pond or a lake, where the whole cycle will start again. And so when I'm done, I just pressed pause or stop. I can play that back, and you'll notice that all the annotations happen in real time as you're talking and you're recording. So I'm just going to pause this. Then, last but not least, I need to save this. So I'm going to go to the second icon. The first icon would save this just as an image, but the second one will save it as a video. So I click on that, and I have options here. I can save it to the camera roll, YouTube, Google Drive. I'm going to save it to the camera roll today because from there I could then upload it to a web page or email it. So I'm saving it to there. It will take, it might take a minute or so, depending upon how long your recording is. So you do just have to be patient during this time. And once it's done, it tells me my movie is saved to the camera roll. If I want to make sure that I also save it inside the app, I can hit this home button. It says changes have not been saved. Do you want to save it? We'll say yeah. Give it a name, water cycle, and just hit save. And then that just means it's being stored also inside the app in case I ever want to go back and add anything else to it. So again, to find that saved video that we saved first, that will be in my camera roll. So that has been a short tutorial on using the Explain Everything app.